You spent thousands on wine, but if your cellar smells musty, you're not storing it, you're watching it rot. I'm Randy Green with Wine Cellar HQ. We specialize in wine storage solutions, from cooling systems and racking to full custom cellar design and installation here in Central Texas. In all my years doing this, the single biggest threat to a wine cellar is a quiet, growing problem. They think it's just a little moisture, until they go to open a prized bottle and the cork has completely rotted through. And that issue is mold. But we need to clear something up immediately because people confuse mold and mildew every single day. Mildew is flat, powdery, and usually white or gray. You can scrub it right off. Mildew is a nuisance, not a crisis. Mold is a crisis. It's fuzzy, raised, and shows up in dark, menacing shades. It doesn't just sit there. It eats. It burrows right into your drywall, your wood framing, your insulation. By the time you actually see it with your own eyes, it's already inside the architecture. You're not getting a sponge, you're getting a sledgehammer. And here's the reality check. On a damp surface, both of these will start growing in under 48 hours. So, why is a wine cellar such a high-risk zone? It's a total paradox. The perfect climate for wine, 55 degrees and 60% humidity, is also a paradise for mold. The very environment you create to save your wine will tear apart the room around it, unless the build is bulletproof. Here is how it happens. Warm air from outside hits the cold cellar walls, and that contact creates condensation. That moisture is insidious. It slips through tiny gaps in the insulation, unsealed seams in the vapor barrier, cracks you didn't even know existed. It migrates straight into the wall cavity, and once it's in there, the clock starts. You won't see it, you won't smell it, and by the time you finally do, the damage is structural, and you're paying for a total tear-out. So, how do you prevent mold from ever taking root? By strictly enforcing 3 non-negotiables in the room's construction. Get any one of these wrong, and moisture will win. 1. A continuous vapor barrier. All 6 sides, wall, ceiling, floor, completely sealed. Every seam taped. Every single electrical or plumbing line sealed off. One tiny breach is all moisture needs to get in. 2. The right insulation for your local climate. Here in Central Texas, you can have a 100-degree afternoon pressing against a 55-degree cellar. If your insulation isn't rated for that massive temperature swing, condensation will form inside your walls. Not if, when. 3. A correctly sized cooling system. Not the biggest, the right one. An undersized unit runs constantly and fails to control humidity. An oversized unit short cycles and causes the exact moisture spikes that mold loves. You have to match the unit to the room's exact math. That's why at Wine Cellar HQ, we look at the whole picture. Wine storage done right doesn't start with the wine, it starts with the architecture. For our Texas projects, we don't just piece things together. We engineer the barrier, the insulation, and the cooling to work as one flawless system. We build the prevention into the foundation so you can just enjoy your wine. If you're serious about protecting your wine, subscribe to Wine Cellar HQ. We cover everything from cellar design and construction to cooling systems, storage solutions, and long-term wine preservation. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.